Balloon Beats.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Talk. I'm at a loss for words at this point. Usually, we start off, talk about some Yankee stuff going on. The Yankees are currently getting crushed by the Blue Jays. After having a 6-2 lead, they allow a 10-run inning, a 10 spot, to the Blue Jays.
Shout out to the bullpen, y'all.
Shout out to that glorious bullpen that we didn't need any help with. Shout out Brian Cashman for getting the Yankees so much pitching support at the deadline.
Isn't it sad that at this rate,
it's
a 60 game? No, it's at a 60-game season. Whenever the Yankees have an early lead, whether it's 4 runs, 6 runs, they always find a way to give up a lead to another team. Especially with the time where they're trying to battle the Toronto Blue Jays for that second spot. Right now, the Yankees might lose their playoff spot to, I repeat, the Detroit Tigers or the Baltimore Orioles, and that's just sad. Because in the beginning of the season, we all projected that we saw the Yankees play the Orioles and the Miami Marlins in the last leg of the season. Those teams are in playoff spots.
Yep, and we're on the fringe of falling out of the playoffs to either the Orioles or the Tigers. I know we mentioned this either last night or the night before, but we're actually in almost towards the middle of September, and we're watching the Orioles and the Tigers scoreboard. We're scoreboard watching the Orioles and the Tigers. Let that sink in for 2.5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 2.5. That's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Look at Brandon. This kid looks like he's on the verge of jumping out his window.
Brandon kind of looks like the kid right now who's
the most energy ever.
He looks like he's just about to come out of the principal's office. But it's really...
Brandon, I want to hear your input on, the Yankees right now, just from the heart.
I mean... It's fucking comical at this point. I mean, injuries that we scored 6 fucking runs. We actually were hitting with runners in scoring position. Yeah, going to Green. Yeah, he was walking batters. Then Voit fucking boots a ground ball. Well, we all know what's going to happen at the end of the fucking game. Aaron Boone's going to be like, oh, I thought his stuff was great. I mean, I saw that we battled a bunch of positives. Here's the thing. Brian Cashman was at the game today. Cashman never fucking goes to away games. Let that sink in. Especially traveling to fucking Buffalo. It's like a 4 or 5 hour drive, I think. I don't know if he's allowed to fly.
Yeah.
Cashman's at the fucking game. Who knows if Boone was fucking smiling under that mask? Honestly, he probably was. He's probably sitting back like, I got this entire team to myself. Let me try. He's probably pressing buttons like, oh, what can I I mean, it's comical at this point. It's just... It hurts.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's bad when I have a little stress ball that I'm holding at this point, man. I'm not even mad. Let's get this straight. I'm numb to it. I know a lot of Yankee fans are on Twitter and social media like expressing their rage for this team right now. I'm numb to it. Like we were up 6-2 tonight, and I was fully expecting them to blow it. Like, and the fact of the matter is that they blew it all without even getting an out. Like, I can't put the blame on Voit because obviously if he would have made that play, things would have been a lot different. But the entire bullpen has been atrocious. It's actually like a complete shit show at this point. And it's like no matter who you bring in what situation, they're not going to get the job done. And we know Chad Green started off the season lights out. We know Adam Ottavino started the season lights out. But now we're at the point where we don't have one arm in the bullpen we could trust. And where does that bring us going into a playoffs? Where?
I trust Sessa and Holder right now more. I mean, here's the thing. With Ottavino, people are going to say, oh, he hasn't got enough work. How many fucking times has Boone used him early in the year for one batter at the end of the inning?
Yeah.
At this rate, I would bring back Brian Bruni, Jabba Chamberlain, Kyle Farnsworth, Mike Myers, the whole old Yankees bullpen at this rate.
Jabba fits our team.
2007 Yankees.
Jabba fits the team perfectly, almost dying on a freak injury. I mean,
but it's sad, man. I keep saying this, and I'll say it again to remind us. We started off the season at 8-1. We then went to 16-6, and then Judge went down. Stanton, at this rate, the guy's running around and he's eligible to play, but I guess Boone, I don't even know at this rate. And then Torres went down. Torres strained his quadricep and his hamstring at the same time, and he still came back faster than Stanton.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's actually wrong with Stanton? Is it like a grade 1 hamstring
it's a strained vagina.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. But I mean, like, I think the question that like I really want to pose at this point is like I obviously don't want to base my answer to this question like based on pure emotion from tonight. But are the Yankees done this season? I mean, obviously after tonight, even when the game is in the books, they're still gonna have a playoff spot. In all honesty, now how long they're gonna hold on to that?
At this rate, who knows, Pat? Because I keep seeing people on Twitter keep saying these games don't count. The Yankees.
But that's what I'm saying.
But how could you say that with optimism, though? How could you? Our rotation is absolute garbage. As much as we have Cole, much as we have Tanaka, if your pitcher is pitching 5 dominant innings and your manager takes him out to bring in the bullpen, and the bullpen, how could you win games like that?
I know, but what I'm trying to say is like
they're not done. Here's the thing. They can win the next 2 games against Toronto, and then it's like we're back ahead of them.
But, I know, but how many times can we keep saying that?
Well, no. Here's the thing.
That's like saying if we went to Baltimore, we swept them, but we lost 3 out of 4. It's like every series we go in with that mentality.
The Yankees playing like this. I mean, do we expect a collapse of this bullpen again? Hopefully not. Do we think it's going to happen? Probably not. But the issue isn't just what's going on as well on the field. It's obviously what's going on after, because for a team that's lost, what is it? I don't know, 14 of our last 18, whatever the hell it is. They don't look like a team that has lost that many games in this short, and that's been in a slump. They don't have that urgency. You look at a team like, I don't know, even the Dodgers when they're not playing well. When they're down, literally, everyone says on Twitter, oh, the Dodgers are down, wait about 5 minutes. They take the lead. Like, last year with the Yankees, when they went down, no matter when it was, we were like, okay, it's only a matter of time before we come back. Now when we get down this year, it's like, okay. When guys are coming up, I don't know if it's just me. Are you guys all thinking, okay, when's the next home run coming? No situational hitting. There's no fire under their ass. They just doesn't seem like there's any urgency.
Here's my Did we start off the season being down so many games and we came back to win those games?
Where's that fire we saw in the roster at this point? But the point I wanted to make is that last season, the Yankees had that next man up mentality, and it worked out tremendously. Most of it was kind of luck. They had a bunch of guys overperform and perform way beyond expectations. But looking at this season, I mean, these guys just aren't producing. I think it's just you're trying to rely on guys that aren't the guys they were last season.
Gary Sanchez, I think.
But it's also, bro, the thing is, like, we talk injuries every day. People use that as the excuse as to why the Yankees are doing so poorly. Last season, like I said, the next man up mentality, the Yankees had a worse roster. If you look at the Yankees lineup last year when they had the majority of their injuries and they performed well, it's 10 times worse than it is now. Let's not forget the only key contributors we're really missing out of this lineup are Judge and Stanton.
Gio Urshela.
And Gio. All right, relax.
Wait,
And Gio.
well, wait, no, wait.
Besides that,
I feel like,
everyone's healthy, bro.
and honestly, that's the thing.
Okay.
Is last year,
and pitching-wise, all we're missing is Paxton, Sevy, and Canely.
what do I feel like we're forgetting someone? I mean, Hap's been dead.
Avilon, if you want to count that. I mean,
Yankee legend. No, I mean, you're right. But the thing,
it's not that bad. Look at Tampa's injured list, bro.
well, the thing where it comes down to is this: is last year when all of our injuries came, Gary for the first half of 2019 was playing. I wouldn't say at the same level of 2017 because he still had a low average, but Gary was good the first half. Glaber playing out of his mind. Gio had a career year, but right now, where I think the lineup comes down is we expected so much from Topman. I mean, Gardner forgot how to hit. Like you can't say this is juiced ball. This man is taking a complete downward. He's gone. Topman is missing fastball. It's just the stat that how many. I think David Cohen talked about it. We're literally missing fastballs down the middle, and we're fouling them straight back.
I want to put this comment on the screen for a minute. Take 2 out of 5 of the rotation from any other team and see where they are. That comment just doesn't really make sense to me because the Yankees' problems right now aren't the starting pitchers that are out. It's the guys who are already in the rotation that you expect to perform. I mean, Jordan Montgomery gave them, 3 innings today? So now how would Paxton or Sevy change that right now? How would Paxton or Sevy change the fact that Green and Ottavino can't get guys out towards the end of the game?
And the Yankees are not tacking on runs.
And I'll say this: when I said before the rotation's trash, I'm not specifically saying they suck, but we have Cole. Cole gave us 5 great innings the last game he started. But when you have no hit support, when you have no run support, and then you're basically getting stuck and you're giving a home run to DJ Stewart out of all people, who was 0-17. It's like if the pitcher's going out there and giving his full effort and the team is not, well, why should he go out and even pitch even better? It's still not going to change the fact that we're not getting any hits or runs. And the same thing with Tanaka.
I feel like I'm having a one-on-one debate with this guy at this point. I mean, all right.
Montgomery was
not good before going on the injured list. Like, are people not forgetting that James Paxton was absolutely atrocious this season?
Here's the thing with Paxton. Paxton is not a guy that can throw 93. Paxton, when he's healthy, he throws 3 pitches: the fastball, the cutter, slider, knuckle curve. They're telling Paxton once his velocity goes down to 93, oh, hey, learn a changeup, one of the hardest pitches to actually throw on the fly. No, you can't do that on the fly. I mean, the fact that they said, oh, he was having problems extending his arm and his back even in summer camp. Well, then what the fuck was he doing all spring when we were shut down for 3 months?
It's just everything is a clusterfuck at this point.
And don't blame Matt. People blaming Matt Blake for this. He's not literally. It's not his fault. It's the guys actually going on the mound and throwing.
To be honest with you, with the amount of times Matt Blake has walked from the dugout to the pitching mound, we could have scored more runs at the time.
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to that. It's probably more pitching mound visits than Larry Rothschild made in his entire tenure as Yankees pitching coach. So I do think that it's a good thing that he's trying to interact with the pitchers mid-game and try to get them on focus. But I know we don't want to put any of the pitching blame on Matt Blake, but how much of this team's entire struggles do we put on Aaron Boone? Because let me make this point really quick. I know we talk about this a lot, but we're getting to a point where how many times can Boone keep saying this team does not need a pep talk? And let me make this clear as well. The entirety of this team's failure is not on Aaron Boone. He has no control over Chad Green, Adam Ottavino coming in every night, pissing the bed. He doesn't have any say in if Chapman gives up a walk-off home run every night. So, I mean, you can only put so much blame on Boone, but I do think that he's done a lot of things wrong to keep this cold streak going. I mean, it's not even a cold streak at this point. It's gone on for way too long, and it just keeps getting worse and worse by the day when we think it's over.
I mean, I'm trying to look back right now. When was the last time the Yankees won by 5 or more runs?
I think it was August 17th.
Oh, actually, I just saw something from Brandon Cuddy. If the Yankees keep playing like shit, Boone could lead the Yankees to their first sub-500 record since 1992. If the Yankees finish under 500, Boone's gone. I mean, we all put a lot of blame on Boone, but here's where I think my issue with Boone comes from. When you lose Judge and he's not with the team, you need a source to keep the team. When we've played the Rays, when we've played the Orioles, what have you heard from the broadcast? The other dugout is very vocal. When Clint Frazier hit a home run, I think you said it in the chat, Pat, it was like we were at a fucking golfing match.
Yeah.
Like,
You think it's
the
golf.
issue is this. Boone, yes, his bullpen management, like some of his choices, pulling starters early. I think any other manager leaves Colin for that one more batter because I think against Tampa. But anyway, it's that when he says, "Oh, this is fine." It took him the last game when we lost against the Orioles for him to say, "It all starts with me." Yeah, you should have said that when we had lost 7 straight.
Yeah.
Our issues with Boone is this: you need a manager that can rip into you. Also, you got to be friends with him. But Boone is all friend, no ripping into someone.
Yeah. He just wants to play rock, paper, scissors every game.
The Yankees last year, the next man up, they were playing with a chip on their shoulder because the other team looked at their roster and said, "Oh, they're hurt." But also, what's pissed with Boone? Cashman's not telling give DJ a day off. Cashman's not doing that. The analytic department is 100% sure not saying give DJ a day off. So when Boone gives him a day off and he goes on Zoom and says, I didn't need a day off. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So
The same
also
thing
with Judge and Stanton, they asked Voit, "What's wrong with you?" "I'm just dealing with some stuff." "Are you going to be out?" "No, I'll be fine." But with Judge, he comes back and gets hurt again. And with Stanton, who knows what's wrong with Stanton? It's either they're lying to us or they're doing something else.
Like, honestly, everybody kept saying the Yankees should get a new training staff. Newsflash, guys, they did. The Yankees need a yoga staff. That's what they need, because these guys are not stretching one at all. It sucks. Like, honestly, your biggest guys on your team are the most fragile guys on your team. When you have like a 6'6" outfielder and another 6'7" outfielder, and they keep getting lower body injuries, come on, it's a joke at this rate.
Look at Voit. Honestly, look at Voit. Look what he did. I mean, It also comes down to this. I don't think a lot of the Yankees really were staying in shape. Or, of course, they're in shape, but during the offseason.
Voit definitely did. Voit lost a ton of weight, but also Stan lost a ton of weight too.
During the COVID shutdown, my bad. During the COVID shutdown.
But also going back to what Paris said before, someone put in the chat, last time the Yanks won by 5+ was August 15th against the Red Sox.
And that's when we had a healthy team.
That Red Sox series, when we killed them and swept them, that feels like it was 10 years ago. No joke. It feels like it was 10 years ago.
That's when we actually had happiness.
But I mean, at this point, it's like looking at the team, like going up and down the lineup, how many of these guys do you actually trust? I mean, but it's not even how many of these guys do you actually trust. It's these guys are usually staples in our lineup. I mean, looking at our lineup tonight, the only 2 guys that aren't usually staples in this lineup are Higashioka and Estrada. I mean, Andujar was that guy in 2018. Gardner was that guy last year. Gleyber Torres, Clint Frazier, Aaron Hicks, Luke Voit,
actually.
Was that Andujar's first home run of the season?
Yes. Yeah. And I will say something about Andujar.
He's heating up a little bit.
If we can get his bat back, DH him, because that bat, I don't think we were all wondering is like with his shoulder, would he be able to have that power? That was an absolute bomb off of Ryu.
Could you imagine they come back right now?
I mean, hey, honestly, props to Clint
6
Frazier.
runs with 2 outs.
Props to Clint Frazier, though. He's been great. Torres looks like he's turning it up a bit more. I mean, here's the thing. The Yankees just need some urgency and just someone to rip into them. And even if we do well, we're not going to win a World Series with Aaron Boone as our manager. You need someone that has some honestly, a guy that the Yankees need. Yeah, they want analytics, but you need some
Buck.
Well, that or Hensley Mullins. I mean, he should have gotten the job in end of 2017, the early 2018. He should have gotten the job over
Boone. He was a finalist, wasn't he? It was Boone, Beltran, and Mullins.
They said Boone blew them away 5-hour. Mickey just got something. They say he blew them away in a 5-hour conversation. What did he talk about for 5 hours? Like, what?
Talked about how he was going to play rock, paper, scissors with Voit and then hand out candy necklaces after the game. It's exactly what he told them about. It's just crazy because here's my thing. Boone understands what his current role is on the team, and he understands why they hired him and got rid of Girardi. I don't know if you guys saw the comments he made about Gary Sanchez today.
It's working his tail off.
7-12.
RBI ground out.
So I think Boone understands what his role is. I don't know if you guys saw his comment today, but he said Gary Sanchez has been working his tail off.
And then we watched Gary Sanchez doing batting practice. For everybody who plays MLB The Show, that's basically what you're doing during the showcase when you're hitting. A bunch of foul balls.
But also, it's like Boone knows that Girardi got fired because of his comments about Sanchez. So Boone is like he's stepping on eggshells at this point.
I will also say, sorry to interrupt, but you guys have read Inside the Empire?
I read half of it.
So
I don't
a
read
lot. There
books
was
a lot.
Another big reason was because Girardi did give up on the Yankees in 2017, and
He
they
did.
That's another reason. Like the player said he gave up and they didn't want him back. But here's the thing with Gary. His job is literally, he has it. They just lost. He has it on lock. I mean, with Romine, there were times that Romine in 2018 was playing much better than Gary. Like when you have Kyle Higashioka, who can't hit a baseball to save his life. I mean, look at, honestly, the type of manager the Yankees need. Look what David Ross. Yeah, he's still the player's friends, but you know if he needs to, he will fucking rip into you.
Well, you know that would be CC Sabathia.
I mean, like, honestly, what if it, like, is Cashman afraid of having another Joe Torre, Derek Jeter situation? Because don't you remember that time inside the Empire where he said, he told Joe Torre to tell Jeter to work on his defense, and he said, so did Joe talk about your defense? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't have the type of manager to be afraid to talk to a player about improving on their game. You can't tell.
Could you imagine if that would happen if Boone was manager?
Here's the thing.
Hey, DJ, you want a candy necklace? You want to go to the M&M shop down?
What shocked me is the fact that Cashman's at the game, especially during COVID. Like, imagine this: they go back into the fucking clubhouse after the. Or wait, do they even go to the clubhouse at the stadium?
No, they go straight.
Apparently,
they basically go in their uniform on the bus and back straight to the hotel.
Oh, so like literally, okay, that's kind of cool.
Well, it said they change like past the right field fence in a tent.
No. Okay.
That's what
maybe
I don't think Kay ever knows what he's talking about. So
no, honestly, but I do think now, like as this keeps getting worse, like we all say Boone's Cashman's puppet, but Boone is still making some decisions. I will say last year Boone looked a bit better. Was he lucky a lot of times? Yes. But in terms of his bullpen management, there were times where he was a lot better. But this year it's a complete 180. He's making himself look worse than he looked in 2018. Like
I agree. And that was when he was a rookie manager.
Exactly.
Now he should at least have some experience underneath his belt.
He was a rookie manager, and his roster carried him to 100 wins and 103 wins.
Yeah.
What people need to know is that there are wins here and there. There are the bullpens cost us, like I say, 7 or 8 games. There are a couple games this year that Boone has fucked up and we've lost because of. At this point, and I've said this now, it's becoming more and more likely that I do not see the Yankees picking up that option. And honestly, if CC Sabathia didn't say he doesn't like traveling and wants to spend more time with his family, he is the perfect guy. But they need someone that's smart. Boone's not that smart. He only hit a home run.
Is it bad to say? Is it bad to put in David Cohn as one of those options? Because if you listen to the broadcast, David Cohn is that type of dude that can be your friend. But even during the broadcast, he rips into this team. He's saying,
well,
if you actually listen to,
so maybe K for manager too.
Honestly, there's a reason why I say Buck, because on an R2C2 podcast, it was CC and Britton, and Britton was talking about the time he wanted to change his jersey number. So he goes into Showalter's office and he says, "Britton, just be fucking happy you're on the team," and he told him to get out.
All right, but honestly, I would be careful what you ask for, because let's remember the 2016 wildcard game when Buck brought in Ubaldo and left Zach waiting in the bullpen. So let's be careful what we ask for.
But I would assume that a guy like Buck Showalter would learn from that. I mean, Boone hasn't learned about
a great option as the Yankees manager.
Me,
Tony Womack.
Tony Womack, that's a quality candidate. But
you got a World Series winner right
fucking
there.
Be Brett Gardner.
Going back to the beginning of the season when the Yankees were riding high, correct? I mean, I don't think any of us can even confidently say that we thought that team was unstoppable at that point. I think all of us were saying, wow, this team still has a lot of holes.
The players saved Boone.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even count how many games Aaron Judge saved the Yankees in the beginning of the year.
Literally,
I
you
want
talked
to say
about
it was probably like
Baltimore.
4 or 5.
Remember the Baltimore game?
Yeah.
That game we gave Boone a little bit of a pass because we did find out that Canely needed Tommy John.
Yeah.
But still, what are the? I mean, Judge against or Boston. I don't know how we went down, or I think Bogarts. Yeah, they decided to pitch to Xander Bogarts again. He hit a home run. Then Topman got on, and then that happened. But I mean, the lineup, especially last year, that's what saved Aaron Boone. Last year was the team. Now, when he has to make decisions that are honestly game saving decisions, he's not. I don't think he's made one decision that has saved a game.
I agree.
I mean, the only 2 times we've ever seen Aaron Boone get angry is in 2018 when he was in the catcher position against Houston. He actually got thrown out of that game.
Well, let's
And then
not
the next
forget
one was the
Savages
next-
in the box last year.
That's the only 2 times.
That
Every
guy's
other
dumping.
time you
That
see
guy's
Aaron
behind the
Boone
plate
just
tomorrow.
hold
By the
back.
way, I saw a
Cool.
tweet about that. That ump.
He's behind the plate tomorrow.
He's behind the plate tomorrow.
Oh, great.
I mean, maybe Boone might be like, all right, this is my chance to shine once again because
Gardner
before
will literally miss hitting. Like he'll try to hit the dugout, but he'll miss.
I get it, but before last year, I wasn't watching the game when Boone did his whole "these guys are sad, my guys are
Well,
sad."
I was at the game and I had no clue what was going on. All of a
I
sudden,
didn't get the notification until Bleacher Report said
yeah. Then
Boone
I
goes
saw
off on umpire.
But after that incident, I mean, we know like I wasn't Boone's biggest fan before that, but after that incident, I gained a ton of respect for Aaron Boone because that's not something I would have ever expected out of him. And I thought that it was awesome, him showing that aggression and standing up for his team like that. But it seemed like after that, it was kind of like his mentality was like, all right, I gave you guys that. And that's the last time we saw any sort of emotion like that from Boone.
just like his rookie year, I remember thinking, okay, when is Boone's first ejection? There was like, come on, Boone, show some fire. And it took like till like June or July in a game against Texas that he got ejected. I mean, we remember Joe Girardi. There's one game I remember specific. Well, 2 of them. The one with A-Rod when A-Rod gets thrown out, and the one against the Angels when this guy comes running out, and I swear he was going to take Gardner's bat and hit the ump in the face. Like, that's someone that sticks up for your team.
I'm very interested to see what he's going to say during his post-game press conference. I'm sure that should be starting any minute now, so
Meredith
I'm just
is
waiting
gonna
on
ask
Twitter
the
to see all the
easiest
quotes.
question, and he's going to try to turn it around and make it seem like it's a difficult
Shout out
question.
Meredith Morakovitz, please. I mean, a lot of people bash her, but she has like she asked some solid questions.
Oh, and even when Boone tried to twist the question, she was like, no,
She stands
and
pat.
pushed it. Like that's what you need. Like we all love Kim Jones. Kim Jones was great. But
Happy
I think
birthday, Kim Jones, by the way.
it's her birthday?
Yeah, they mentioned it on the broadcast.
But like Meredith just asked the questions that need to be asked. And that's what we need. Like when the team is bad right now, you need to ask them difficult questions. I mean, well, I'm at this point, I actually someone said this in my other group chat. If you have 3 candidates, would you consider Alex Cora or AJ Hinch for the Yankees manager if they get rid of Boone?
No.
Would I consider AJ Hinch
Or Alex Cora?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Before all the cheating stuff came out, I did not mind. I minded them because the Astros and the Red Sox were our rivals at the time. But I respected them as managers. I thought that AJ Hinch and Alex Cora were great managers before the whole cheating thing came out. But obviously, now that all that stuff came out, I would not want them as the Yankees manager. Sure, they're probably still great managers besides all the cheating nonsense. But no, they wouldn't be a fit in the Bronx whatsoever.
You know who would be a perfect manager for us?
Me?
Phil fucking Nevin.
Oh, Phil Nevin's awesome.
Literally,
Phil Nevin.
I've mentioned this before. In 2018, Phil Nevin needed to rip into the team because Boone was too scared. Phil Nevin deserves to be a manager because he literally does not care. That's what you need.
But also, ever since he ripped into the team, have we seen him do that again?
No.
Because I don't think so. I feel like after he did that, someone somewhere told him, hey, don't do that again. Because we have not seen him do that again.
Well, they probably do it let's say they're that was also during a rain delay.
Maybe in private they do it.
Well, I would assume they would do it in private because now with COVID and the eyes on the dugout all the time. But I mean, yes, we got on Kevin Cash for those comments about threatening the Yankees. But when Boone literally I think I was on live with you, Pat. Boone
Oh, yeah.
acted scared.
I know.
What did DJ
He said
say?
it was scary, bro. He
What did
said those are scary comments.
What did DJ say? We'll be ready.
Yeah.
What would CC would have said? Get me Kevin Cash right now.
He's like, what'd he say? I'm going to his clubhouse right now. See you later.
I wonder if, do you think, CC has like a special assistant role with us right now, right? I think it's something like that.
I think it's like a special advisor, like what A-Rod was.
Do you think he's restricted in what he can talk about? Because I know he's still doing R2C2 with Ruko. Do you think CC's allowed to just speak free will about the Yankees? Because I really would like to hear CC's honest opinion about the Yankees right now.
Well, I mean, I think that obviously he's allowed to say whatever he wants, but he's not going to say whatever he wants because he's employed by the team. Does that make sense?
Wrong about that.
I mean, technically he can, but he doesn't want to, like, it's like talking bad about your boss. Like, you're not just going to go on.
People are ripping Cashman for the stuff with Boone. I think people think Cashman controls Boone a bit too much. Because here's the thing. A GM cannot make the calls about bullpen decisions and stuff. People say, oh, Mickey Cal or Brody Van Wagen tried to do that like a year and a half ago or a year ago and literally got in trouble for it. Like, people say, oh, this is the Boone stuff. No, I truly believe any manager, like even as weird as we think Hal is, if something's this bad, he's going to start thinking, okay, wait, let me read that. Because, I mean, when you needed to get Cole, Hal was like, okay, let's drop some cash. Now the stuff with Boone, I truly think now is the time that he will be gone. They need someone. I don't know who they could get right now because I don't.
We have our first quote from Aaron Boone regarding the game tonight. He called the 10-run sixth a frustrating inning.
Frustrating.
Coming in and kind of getting us to the middle of the game and getting us to that point we need to get to. And
we turning the corner again?
That inning frustrating inning.
Frustrating inning. So the Yankees give up 10 runs after having a 4-run lead. That's just a frustrating inning. That's it. I mean, what do you even say to that?
You know me. I am optimistic a lot. And when I'm this pissed and have honestly no hope, it's bad. I mean, the thing is watch tomorrow. We're going to get an article out in the morning. Yankees have team meeting.
No, what?
Well,
That's not happening.
Watch, we'll get an article of that. And then when Boone asked me, yeah, we had a great meeting. Everyone was accountable. Like, I mean, it's just honestly.
All right.
Next start. Someone just tweeted this out. Literally have Boone go home. Have Garrett Cole throw 9 innings. I mean, it's just.
Who pitches tomorrow, Hap?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so tomorrow's a loss. And then who pitches?
Davey on Wednesday, and I'm actually interested to see that because I would assume when Davey was in Double-A, he may have faced some of those Blue Jay players. That's going to be an interesting thing.
This is a solid question as one of the last things I want to touch on here. Since 1996, other than Pettit, which homegrown pitcher have the Yankees had that made us win long term? Who?
None.
I can't think of one. I truly cannot think of one. Because when I think of 2009, I think of CC, Pettit, Burnett, and without Pettit involved, those other two guys.
Don't forget Phil Hughes. Don't forget Phil Hughes.
All right, but I mean, he didn't carry us to consistently winning.
No, I mean
that was a 1-year thing for Phil Hughes.
The Yankees have never ever been good with getting those
with pitching.
pitchers.
It's pathetic. So, who do you blame at that point? Who do we start to blame for that?
A lot of their pitchers that they've gotten, I think, besides free agents, they've also come from the international market. The scouts are good, but in terms of right now we have 2 great pitchers, Davy Garcia. I would say that have. I wouldn't say great. I say that have a lot of potential. Davy Garcia and Clark Schmidt. Yeah. I wouldn't base our entire scouting and minor league department on Chance Adams because he had a bad elbow injury and was never the same. I think we all remember that.
At one point Chance Adams was ranked higher than Aaron Judge.
Oh, Chance Adams at one point was literally going to be I remember saying he was our future, but then for some reason he It wasn't even Tommy John. It was something, and then he lost his velocity. Never was the same.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have 2 pitchers, and this is what we need. It's that 5th starter. I mean, we have Cole. We're not gonna have to question him. You got to re-sign Tanaka. Sevy's not back till July, August. You are going to need either at the end of this year, especially the end of this year, but next year, either Clark Schmidt or Davy Garcia to come into the rotation. And if they can't do that, then we have issues because we have, as that guy said, Pettit's the last guy. That's a problem.
I mean, but I know a lot of people didn't even continue watching the game tonight after the Yankees blew that atrocious lead. But Clark Schmidt did come in the game tonight out of the bullpen once again. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Not the best performance. I'm not too sure why they keep using this poor kid out of the bullpen. Clark Schmidt's not a reliever.
I think right now you just have to kind of start him out there just to get him some action in the majors. The thing with Clark is, and I'm actually, not a lot of people actually agree with me, in a long season, Clark would have probably either started in AA or started in AAA. That man's never pitched in AAA. At least David Garcia had some AAA experience, but that is a big jump. But still, I mean, honestly, with the way Monty looked, I'd rather have Clark Schmidt have in a spot start than Montgomery. He couldn't find the strike zone.
So would I. I mean, also Luis Cessa has been awesome out of the bullpen. Jonathan Holder hasn't been too bad too. But honestly, I'm pretty sure we touched on everything we could have touched on regarding the struggling ass Yankees tonight. It just seems like
for the next 2 days. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's just painful because I feel like every night we go over the same thing, and I feel like it's like a broken record at this point. We come on and we just talk about all the things the Yankees are doing piss poorly, and nothing ever changes. All we keep saying is the Yankees need fire. The Yankees need to add some heart. The Yankees, before the trade deadline, we were talking the Yankees need pitching. The Yankees need a bat. The Yankees need this. The Yankees that. And they do nothing to improve themselves. So I guess as long as they keep sucking, we'll keep coming on every night and talking to you guys about how much they suck.
We have
After his atrocious inning, Ottavino commented, "I've never had an inning quite like that before. It's the worst feeling in the world." Well, the way you're playing right now, guys, it's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. But was that it from Boone? Was it just that one comment that they put out?
It's probably more, but
No, it definitely is more. But I mean, they don't release the full videos on Twitter.
Eric Boland tweeted something out about an hour ago that's actually interesting.
What?
Says, I'm starting to think Larry Rothschild wasn't the problem. How's San Diego doing pitcher-wise?
Pretty solid, no?
I don't think...
I forgot he was with San Diego. I totally forgot about that.
The issue with Larry, which was in a podcast with Cece, was he just didn't know how to dissect like the analytical stuff. He's too old. He doesn't know how to read the stuff. But Matt Blake does. But I definitely think he's done work with Cessa, Loaizaga, and Holder. Those guys have been.
Let me get the stat for you right now.
What's that?
Right now, San Diego ranks 10th out of the entire league with pitching. And the Yankees are 12th.
In ERA?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, the Yankees are 12th. That's not that bad.
The thing is, the starters are honestly not that bad. I mean, our starters have lost games, but
Monty's been atrocious. Garrett Cole has underperformed. Tanaka has been pretty good. I mean, but
honestly,
other than that,
yeah, with Cole, besides the Tampa game, I mean, he's following the same trend that he did last year until he kicked it up. I will say this. I do think the team at times, especially in our home games, are missing the fans. Especially Blake Snell said it's not a Yankee game. It's not Yankee Stadium without fans. But still,
I know, bro. But no one has fans.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's still no excuse. But with Cole, you don't even need a pitching coach with him. He's gonna fix the stuff himself. Tanaka, same thing. But where was the Monty that we saw the first 3-4 starts of the season?
Gone. Because his last start before tonight was the one against Tampa where he didn't make it out of the first, right?
No, he didn't make it out of the first.
You guys
no, I mean that was his last start, right?
You want to hear another Boone joke?
Oh no, it's another Boone quote. No. Oh God.
One of our guys texted it in the chat. He said Otto had some good stuff tonight.
I knew it.
No, he didn't.
I knew he was gonna say that.
No, he didn't.
Did
he actually? Did Aaron Boone actually just say Ottavino had some good stuff tonight?
I thought his stuff was actually good.
Literally, I literally said this
Sad.
at 9:48. I said Boone is gonna say I thought his stuff was great. That
There's
literally,
no way.
Mickey Callaway used to say about Edwin Diaz when you remember when the Nats came back from they were down 10-4 and Edwin Diaz gave up a walk-off home run. Mickey Callaway said, smiling in the press conference, I thought his stuff was electric.
I-
we have another quote. In this game, I don't care how good you are. The adversity is coming for you. You got to be able to handle it, and you got to be able to deal with it, and you got to be able to make adjustments day to day.
What the fuck does that mean?
Bro.
Wait a minute, that's from Boone?
Yeah.
What's the adversity? You just suck. What's the adversity? That you have a few injuries, yeah. But I mean, it's just performance at this point.
We scored 6 runs. That should be enough. Your starter gives up 2-3. The bullpen had a lead. What was our record last year if we had a lead after the 6th inning?
Wait, my mind is still blown. There's no way Boone actually said that Ottavino had good stuff tonight. There's no way.
It's on Twitter, bro.
Okay, well,
Someone else just tweeted on Twitter. He's blaming the stadium lighting.
no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I mean, that is
Is this like a prank on me right now? Is this actually happening?
Someone said, please say psych, and this guy said, no, he said the pitchers couldn't see signs because of lighting. The Blue Jays had no issues.
Are you sure?
bro, honestly.
Yeah, no,
Twitter,
some of them were fun.
there's-
Why didn't it bother Toronto then? Bro, the stadium lighting. At least with Girardi, when we sucked, he would own up to it. Or with Judge
Yeah.
or with LeMahieu.
It's not what you want.
Exactly. But like, I mean,
You're at a
I just
loss
saw-
for words. I'm
I
the
just
same
saw
exact
somebody
way at this
tweet.
point.
I just saw somebody tweet that said Brian Cashman does not have a say on who gets to be the next manager.
Of course. I mean, I would say that it's a huge conversation between him and Hal, but obviously Hal has the final say in who would be the next manager. But I guess that's gonna wrap it up for us tonight. I mean, that was a solid almost 45 minutes of us just rambling on about the Yankees. I guess we're gonna stay tuned to the post game stuff that's coming out. I'm gonna watch the whole post game after we end this live.
Well-
Actually, maybe do you think I could get it on here and we could watch it on here?
attempt.
Can you
to.
share your screen?
I could attempt it. I don't know. It would probably be too laggy though.
Hey, you got fixed. Your internet was 300 megabits. That should be able to handle it.
All right.
But regardless, we appreciate.
So while I
everybody
try to
coming
do this, you guys just ramble about Boone.
Well, what is there to ramble on? It's the same repetitive stuff we keep talking about. It's bad. It's bad managerial.
All right. So talk about Voit while I try to figure this out. Everyone
Voit-
stay patient.
Voit-
I'm trying to get the post game.
Even though Voigt's had a great year, that error makes that inning a lot different. But if you, I guarantee you, if you go up to Voit and ask him about that play, he will tell you that is my fault and he takes full responsibility for it. But you ask, let's say Boone, I don't know, was taking batting practice and he lost control of his bat and it hit Aaron Judge in the head. He would say, I mean, that's just kind of just unlucky. Like,
All right. Well, I have bad news. Unfortunately, the Yankees did not release the full post game yet on the press conference. I mean, on the press box website, whatever. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for us tonight. Maybe if they release the press conference video sometime soon, we'll record a video talking about that. But we will see you guys next time.
I would literally
And-
rather have that guy in the old stadium that used to literally bring down a pot and you would bang the spoon on the pot, manage this team than Aaron Boone. He had more enthusiasm than Aaron Boone because that man was 90 years old and would go down from the upper deck all the way and say, bang damn spoon on the pot.
Is it
what
bad that
are you talking about, bro?
You don't
Bro,
know
you're
who that
too-
is?
bro? You're too young. At the old Yankee Stadium, there used to be an old man with a
I'm
bunch of
older
pins.
than Brandon.
He's older than me by a couple months and I know that guy.
Bro, there used to be an old man that would walk down on the lower level and he would have a pot and he would have a bunch of old Yankee pins and he'll have somebody grab a spoon and just hit his pot.
Yeah, that guy had
Is
more
his name
enthusiasm.
Freddie Says?
I have no idea what his name
That's
was.
what someone said in the comments. Freddie says. Is that who
yeah,
it is?
Yeah, that's his name. It's Freddie.
Honestly, you know who I'd rather have be the Yankees manager? The guy in the third and fourth level of Yankee Stadium goes Cracker Jacks.
Yes,
I know
yes,
him.
Cracker
I know
Jack.
him. That guy's a legend. I wonder what he's up to during COVID. I could only imagine. We should really get him on
Yeah,
the.
imagine just like he's in his house and he asks his wife, "Can I get some Cracker Jacks?"
Wait, okay, but now I need to talk about this guy for a second. Why do I feel like no matter what section I'm sitting in the stadium, this guy always finds a way there? Like I thought the concession guys like rejected themselves to like certain sections of the
Cousin
stadium.
Vinny, the guy with the beer.
His name is Freddie
Who?
Schumann. That's the old man. Freddie says. This guy.
Yeah,
That's him?
That's
Mhm.
him.
No clue.
Wow.
No idea. Are people gonna shit on me for that?
I mean,
It's all right,
if
but
you went to
appreciate all the
games as a
people
kid-
that are watching, giving us that update because Patrick is a young boy.
I'm not
That-
a young boy, bro. I'm older than Brandon.
by a couple months.
I'm just really pissed off because I want to watch the entirety of this.
I miss when we actually before pre-COVID, where you literally could watch the entire post game.
No, you can.
Oh, I want to. Whoa.
Because for any of you guys watching, I have access to the Yankees press box website and they upload the post game press conferences after the game. But I don't know where they are. I think maybe they're like, oh, boom.
We have a Chad Green quote. Now,
What?
don't get me wrong. I've actually met Chad Green. This man has no emotion outside the field, on the field. He literally said, we have to turn the page and have short-term memory. Try to win a game tomorrow. That's all we can do.
Honestly, I think it's
Chad
at this
looks like
rate
the
this
fish
team
from
does
Shark
not care.
Tales.
All right, you know what? It's not happening. We're not going to be able to watch the post game. I'm depressed. I wanted to watch it. But I guess on that note, we will see you guys next time.
Oh,
Have a
wait.
good one.
Wait.
We
It's out.
just
It's
can't
out.
end it tonight.
It's
24-hour
out.
live stream.
It's out.
Oh, it's out? What do you mean
Yes.
it's out? How do you
On
know?
Yes Network. 1 minute ago. 6 minutes. The 6-minute
On,
boom presser.
on the Yes Network website?
I found it on Twitter. Can you
Can you send it to me?
do you want me to send you like text or on Twitter or text? I assume text.
I don't
Message
care,
Brandon,
Brandon. Just
send
send it to me. It's not that complicated.
Whatever makes it easier. There you go.
What'd you send it on?
I texted it to you.
All right. I mean, Brandon's asking me 1,000 questions. Like, this is fucking Jeopardy.
That's probably what's going on in Boone's head when he has to make a decision.
I wonder if it'll play the audio, though.
Pain.
This is a 6-minute video?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Give me a minute. Everyone patiently watching? I mean, just give us a minute here. I'm sorry. Just trying to get the post game on here. Oh my god, bro.
Someone needs to. Sean sent in the chat the picture of just me in the beginning of the live stream, and I was just like this. Someone needs to fucking make a meme out of that. Someone needs to make a meme out of that.
You know, I've never had such a struggle in my life trying to get a post game.
Honestly, worst comes to worst, just fucking play it from your phone right into your mic.
I got it.
Let's go.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Oh my god, what a disaster, dude.
Can't hear it.
There's no audio though.
No, wait, click. Wait, I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, the audio's.
Can we hear it?
Just play. Honestly, play it from your phone, right into your mic.
Can you hear it?
No.
Shout out to Fernando Cabrera. Blah blah blah.
Damn
blah,
it.
blah.
All right. If anybody's watching and they're like a tech guru, can you please help me out trying to figure out the how to share the audio of the post game? I would literally pay you.
They'll pay you 25 cents, guys.
Let's see. All right, screw it. Forget the post game. I'm over it. I'm literally over it.
Wait, someone had a comment that I just looked at. Someone says, "Where would the Yankees be if they had Didi?"
Yeah, but that's hindsight's always 2020. You can't really go back.
And I still, yeah.
All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for us tonight. Thanks for joining us. Someone just commented. Probably have to turn on mic settings in Chrome. I feel like every time I try to wrap it up, it's just we can't do it. Let me try this. She said microphone settings. How do I access that?
Honestly, if we're gonna listen to the post game, play it off of your phone into your mic,
I know,
That's
but
the
I want to
best
be able
way.
to watch it.
so we can see Boone's expressionless face. Be like, oh, I thought they had great stuff.
This is so difficult. It's like why is this so confusing? Am I just dumb? Is that the issue here? Apparently I have to press allow mic.
Yeah.
Oh, share audio. Oh, you have to press share audio?
Mm.
All right, let me try it again. System preferences, she said.
Shout out to the viewers.
Oh. Let me know if you guys can hear it now.
Obviously, the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Anything like that.
Oh.
Obviously,
All
the
right,
guys
all
we
right.
got, you know, it was a grind, obviously, for Monty, but you know, at least got us an out into the fourth there, and then John did a great job, Holder, of coming in and kind of getting us to the middle of the game and getting to that point we needed to get to, and yeah, and then that inning just a frustrating inning.
What was going on with Ottavino out there? It almost seemed like he and Kyle Higashioka were having trouble getting on the same page.
I don't know if it was that. I know Holder, when he came in, was having a hard time seeing some of the signs, just lighting wise. So
Whoa.
Paint your fucking nails then. That goes back to Little League. Paint
Pause.
your fucking nails.
Pause. He literally just blamed this on Higashioka not being able to read the signs of the pitcher. Is that really what we're blaming this loss on after giving up 10 runs in one inning? Is that really what's going on right now? We're making excuses about lighting. We're talking about lighting. We're talking about lighting. Back to the press conference. Should I put full screen?
There you go.
Pain. That's all I
Pain.
can say.
but
That's
I think they were fine. I think he was just kind of slowing himself down a little bit.
I believe it was a single walk before getting to Jansen. Did you consider lifting Ottavino sooner?
No, just because, I mean, we're just up against it, and obviously, you know, I didn't really want to even use Sessa and have to end up using him for 4 outs, and then would have even preferred staying away from Clark to get his length back tomorrow, but end up having to get him in there. So once
His length
we were
back?
short there with Monty, we knew we didn't have a lot of length guys today, so it was going to be our high leverage guys to get us to where we needed to go.
Next one.
Clark Schmidt's a fucking starter.
Aaron, you guys said all the right things after the rough weekend in Baltimore, and the message was, you know, we got to turn the page, play better. How crushing is it to have this kind of a performance coming off of the series that you had in Baltimore? And
Yeah, not allowed to be.
turn
Just
around?
not allowed to be, Eric. I mean, so, you know, we'll say the right things again, and we need to
Well,
get
everything
past
you're
it. We
clearly
need to play
saying is
better,
right.
obviously. You know, we did some good things, obviously, at the plate where we've been struggling a little bit. I thought we had a lot of good at bats up and down
I'll admit that
the lineup tonight. Hopefully we can build on that. And, you know, anytime we get a lead through the middle innings, we'll take our chances at the back end. So we've got to do better, but we've also have to have the ability to move forward.
Thank you.
Take the next one from Marlon.
Move forward,
Rivera.
guys.
Hey,
Who's he
Aaron,
looking-
you're saying the ability to move forward. How does this team stay positive in this very long skid?
Well, yeah.
Look at that record.
First of all, we have a lot of really good players, guys that have had a lot of success in this league. and you've got to trust
Who, Tyler
in
Wade?
that
Thyro Estrada.
ability in that it's going to turn. Doesn't mean you don't dig in and you don't grind and you don't look to where you can make subtle adjustments to continue to improve and put us in a position to start winning games. But you got to have that belief, and that's the biggest thing right now, especially when we're going through a tough time.
And you're talking about
Who does he keep
staying
looking at? Look at his
focused,
eyes.
but the memory that your fans have is what you're doing lately. Right? Like that's the pressure.
Are the
So-
candy necklaces going bad as he's using?
This is a
He
team
keeps
that,
looking up to the
you know,
to
pretty much people thought you
in
had
his
a
left.
guaranteed spot in the playoffs, and it isn't that way.
Yeah, it's part of being a pro. And
Part of being a pro,
being,
guys.
You know,
Why does his hat look so
in
crooked?
this game, I don't
It's
care
Like
how
Brandon's
good you
old
are,
hat.
The
Yo,
Yankees
I
logo,
have the hat right there. I'm gonna put it on.
You've got to be able to
the Yankees
handle it.
logo doesn't even
You
look
gotta be able to
even.
deal with it.
Doesn't even
You
look
gotta be
lined
able to
up.
make adjustments day to day, and
We got the hat.
continue to work to do that.
Thank you.
Next one to Tom Merriam.
We get the hat back.
Aaron, do you think there's any loss of confidence among the players after what's gone on the last couple of weeks?
Nice watch, Boone.
No, look, I think anytime you go through a tough stretch, there's times
Tough
when you
stretch?
probably
It's been a
press little
month.
bit, you're not feeling your best, and you question some things. But again, I go back to, especially with a lot of highly successful players, you're going to go through that in the course of a season. We're going through it a lot collectively right now, and we got to find a way to continue to lean on each other, pick each other up, and trust that the work we're doing behind the scenes to make those subtle adjustments individually
What work?
is paying off for us.
Next one to George King.
Oh, come on, George.
Aaron, how surprising is it to see Green issue 2 walks like that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a shitty question.
very
It's a bad
uncharacteristic for
question.
Greeny. Espinal
Greeny.
put a pretty good bat on him,
Greeny and
teed up that
Jappy.
inning, which kind of set up the whole inning, fouling off a ton of pitches and then working that walk. So, but yeah, anytime Greeny's not
Greeny.
off command wise, because he's usually so good in that regard, that's a little bit surprising.
Next one to Brian Hoke.
Come on, Brian.
Aaron, specifically with Ottavino, what did you see from him? He faced 6 guys, didn't get anybody out. What kind of told you that he was close to turning it around and didn't
turning
rush
the
to go to
corner.
the bullpen there?
Well, I couldn't go to a bullpen, trying to just desperately stay away from some guys, or we're going to get into a position player situation.
What?
So
Wait,
at
what?
that point where we were in the game with not getting a lot of length, out of Monty,
How does the bullpen deal with situational play?
and,
Wait a minute.
he's always still one pitch
Let me-
away.
I gotta-
His stuff was actually
I need a minute. Did he just say that he didn't want to use the bullpen too much because then he would have had to use a position player to pitch?
When's the last time Nick Nelson pitched? When's the last time Jonathan Loizaga pitched? Didn't they not use? They used Luis Sessa yesterday. Yeah, but like.
Wait, let's just wrap it up because there's only like 20 seconds left in
was
it.
actually good. He was throwing real hard. Guerrero comes in and greets him with a block ball down the line right away, and then Gurriel on an 0-2 pitch. I think he hung that slider on an 0-2 pitch. That's obviously a mistake, and then a couple of walks. But
it's not his fault.
We had to roll with him at that point.
But it's not his fault, Boone. It's not his fault. Yeah, it's not his fault.
What was that?
Oh wait, I forgot. Loizaga's hurt. My bad.
No, but I mean,
He's
what I'm
not
saying
hurt.
is,
He's not hurt, bro.
Did-
He has
on the IL.
undisclosed.
yeah,
He has an
whatever.
undisclosed.
But my question is, what is he talking about? We would have had to get into. Was he talking about bringing a position player to pitch? Is that what he was talking about?
Get length. What?
What was he
Honestly,
talking about?
His words are basically confusing us.
Whatever. I mean, that was probably the worst post-game press conference I could ever see from a manager whose team just blew a 4-run lead and gave up 10 runs in one inning to the Blue Jays, a team that we're chasing now to make the playoffs. That was bad. I'm sorry.
Pain.
If you're a Boone apologist out there, I apologize, but that's just not good. That was piss poor. Brandon is baffled.
I'm so
It's the hat. He's feeling like Boone right now.
All right, everyone. Brandon, do you have anything you want to say before we finally wrap this one up tonight?
I have no words, and that's rare.
He's at a loss for words at this point. Parry, you got anything else to say?
Bro, I don't even know what the hell just went on for the last 5 minutes. That's
That
how
was bad. That was bad. We need all right. The only thing I drew from it, we need length, and we need a position player.
Mike Ford, Cy Young Award winner.
Mike Ford. That's all we need.
Mike Ford will be the next. He'll be like Jose
Does Nick
Canseco.
Swi-
He'll throw
Does
an
Nick
inning.
Swisher want to make a comeback?
Nick Swisher should be our manager.
That's actually a good choice. I'll give you that one. Didn't
It's like
Ozzie
he-
Guillen say Nick Swisher sucked or something?
Fuck Ozzie Guillen.
All right, everybody. On that note, we will see you again tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us tonight. This was definitely our longest live by far.
Yep.
Thanks for everyone for sticking around, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.